Ritual and symbolism remain essential even in modern, rationalized societies. They operate in politics, media, education, and everyday life, not just in religious or traditional contexts. Their power lies in their ability to condense emotion, structure time, and create shared worlds through repeated, meaningful acts. In this video, we examine 10 key concepts related to ritual and symbolism. Rites of passage often involve not just individual transformation, but also collective witnessing. The community validates the change through presence and participation. Graduation ceremonies are secular rites of passage. Robes symbolize scholarly achievement, diplomas represent institutional validation, and public applause marks acceptance of the graduate into a new social status. These rituals are often standardized but deeply meaningful, highlighting how institutions reproduce their values through symbolic acts. In tribal societies, the stakes can be higher. Rites like scarification or seclusion may test physical or spiritual endurance, reinforcing identity through hardship and renewal. Liminality is not just a phase in traditional rituals. It also appears in modern contexts like job transitions, international travel, or digital identity shifts. Refugee camps, detention centers, or even airports function as liminal spaces, where individuals are in between statuses, no longer who they were, not yet who they will become. In these spaces, normal rules may be suspended, and individuals may experience vulnerability or transformation. Liminality can be liberating or dangerous, depending on whether the transition is guided or unstructured. Artistic residencies, retreats, and therapeutic spaces also intentionally cultivate liminality to enable personal growth. Symbolic inversion can serve as both protest and parody. Political movements often use inversion to challenge power, as when activists dress in exaggerated versions of elite fashion to mock inequality. The Yes Men staged fake press conferences pretending to be corporate spokespeople using ritual parody to expose injustice. In digital culture, meme campaigns often invert political messages or corporate slogans to highlight hypocrisy. In each case, symbolic inversion functions as a tool of critique, temporarily suspending authority to reveal its construction. Yet, it is also precarious. Without a clear frame, inversion may be misunderstood or co-opted. Sacralization can occur rapidly and unexpectedly. Spontaneous shrines after tragedies, flowers, candles, photos, transform ordinary urban space into sacred ground. These emergent rituals turn grief into communal recognition. Sacralization is also a tool of nationalism. In the United States, the site of the September 11th attacks was turned into Ground Zero, a term with nuclear connotations, framing it as hallowed ground. Sacralization works by layering emotional, moral, and historical weight onto objects, places, or persons. It often resists questioning, as sacred things acquire a status beyond rational debate. Purification rituals are also prominent in digital culture. After being canceled or publicly shamed, celebrities may issue apology videos structured like confessionals, expressing remorse and pledging change. These function as symbolic purifications, seeking to restore moral standing. In environmental policy, carbon offsets can be seen as purification mechanisms, symbolic acts to cleanse pollution through calculated sacrifice. Such rituals rely on belief in restoration, whether spiritual or reputational. Their effectiveness depends on the audience's trust in the sincerity and form of the ritual gesture. Myth and ritual are not limited to religious systems. The startup world, for instance, draws on founding myths of garage inventors, disruption, and heroic leadership. Rituals such as product launches, pitch competitions, and keynote speeches enact these myths in symbolic form. Elon Musk's Tesla events often resemble techno-religious performances, complete with suspense, symbolism, and charismatic revelation. These rituals strengthen collective belief in innovation, risk-taking, and visionary progress. Myth gives purpose, ritual makes it tangible. Together, they generate emotional investment in abstract ideals. Symbolic objects gain and lose meaning based on collective recognition. The face mask became a potent symbol during the pandemic of health, compliance, resistance, or solidarity depending on context. Its meaning was shaped by ritual use, daily wearing, public debates, viral videos. Symbols may also be weaponized. Swastikas, Confederate flags, or rainbow flags all carry dense histories and contested meanings. Symbolic objects often become flashpoints for political and cultural struggle because they concentrate competing narratives in a visible form. Performance in ritual depends on repetition, stylization, and effective charge. It involves more than execution. It is about belief enacted through form. In courtrooms, rituals like rising when the judge enters, wearing formal robes, or invoking oaths uphold the authority of the law. In sports, pre-game anthems and victory parades transform competition into drama with moral stakes. The performative dimension ensures that rituals are not just observed, but felt. Performance brings abstract values into lived expression, turning doctrine into experience. Commemoration rituals are central to how societies remember and construct history. Statues, parades, and national holidays encode selective narratives, often emphasizing heroism and unity while omitting conflict or dissent. In South Africa, the Day of Reconciliation aims to remember both the end of apartheid and earlier colonial conflicts, using ritual to bridge painful histories. In the digital age, online commemorations, hashtags, live stream vigils expand participation, but also challenge control. Rituals of memory can unify or divide, depending on whose story is being told and how it is symbolically framed. Ritual failure exposes the fragility of meaning. In state visits or public apologies, even small deviations, mispronounced names, poorly timed gestures, missing participants, can break the illusion of unity or sincerity. Failed rituals often go viral because they reveal the machinery behind symbolic performance. For example, during the COVID-19 pandemic, virtual graduations felt emotionally hollow to many, highlighting the irreplaceable value of in-person ritual. At the same time, some communities created new digital rituals, showing how failure can lead to creative adaptation. In sum, ritual and symbolism offer insight into how human societies manage identity, power, and emotion. They provide continuity across time, coherence amid chaos, and connection across difference. Understanding these concepts deepens our grasp of not only traditional ceremonies, but also modern institutions, media cultures, and political life. As forms of enacted meaning, rituals and symbols remain indispensable to how we live, lead, and imagine the world. Stay tuned for more insights into business and the social sciences. If you found this overview helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment on future topics you'd like us to cover. I'm Dr. Dog, wishing you a fantastic day ahead.